What's going on? DeanCentral here with Bases of the Week. Alright, so coming in at number 5, we have a builder named Modgi or Modgi. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that. Congratulations, man, you got number 5. His base name is the Barbarian, and it cost about 25k stone to build. I'm sure some of you guys have seen footprints very similar to this, if not the same footprint before. If you look a bit closer, you can see that he did space this all apart, so that very common footprint that everyone is used to seeing, he took that and he updated it, he modernized it, and he made it his own, and I definitely like what he did with it. It is very, very nice, and this allows for it to be a lot stronger than it was originally, now that he has all the wall stacking going on. As you can see here, there is a lot of defense on this base. He has a lot of different ways to shoot out of it, shoot on people trying to raid him, or camp his front door, anything like that. I think that's a really good thing about this base. There's lots of defense. The only reason I have it at number 5 is because of all of the doors and all of the materials that it's going to cost to build this base. Because we are focusing on solo player bases for this episode, I am gonna have to put this base at number 5, but it is definitely a very good base, very good design. I really like what you did with that common footprint, man. That's pretty much all I have to say about the base. As you can see here, he has little loot rooms and furnace rooms tucked away at the sides, and if you go up to the roof, he has a pretty open rooftop where you're gonna be able to shoot out, but you're not gonna have that much cover. But hey, that does give you the opportunity to get a lot more clean shots on people, and you can't complain about that. This builder does have a YouTube channel, and I will link that in the description below. At the time of me recording this, he has about 468 subscribers, and he does bases such as like trap bases, starter bases, tutorial bases, heli bases, everything like that. If you like my type of bases, then you should definitely stop by his channel, and I think you might see something that you like. So let's see how many subs we can get him up to. For number 4, we have a builder named Vetric, a very, very big fan of my channel, Bumbo's channel, and basically my whole group's channels. Appreciate all of the support you've been giving us, man. I always see you commenting on my videos and liking everything on Twitter and stuff like that. First off, I just want to say thanks for that, dude. Appreciate your support. He has a little bedroom there, and the base is pretty nice, actually. The only thing that I don't like about it is how easy it is to get to the main tool cupboard on the bottom floor. I think it was only 4 walls, and with the base this big and this costly, I think it should be a bit more strong than what it is. To get up here to this main loot, it is kind of difficult, but that main tool cupboard is a lot more important than your loot, because if you don't have your base, you're not going to have anywhere to put your loot at all. Yeah, man, I just think that you should probably stack some walls or something, do anything to get that main tool cupboard a bit more protected, because that's going to be your most important thing at the end of the day. Very nice base though, lots of good defense, lots of cover. I really like what you did with it, and I also like the main loot room. I like how you didn't put it in the very center of the base where most people would expect it. You kind of have it tucked away to the side. People are going to have about a 50-50 chance of getting lucky on the raid. So if we go up to the rooftop now, once again, it is a pretty open design like the last one. This base did have a lower defensive area that was a bit more covered, a bit more closed, so you can't really complain about the rooftop being so open. It has a lot of little cracks that you can peek through and everything like that. Thank you so much for submitting your base, Vetric. I really liked it. I hope to see you in some of the future episodes, dude. If any one of you guys have questions about Vetric's base, be sure to leave him a comment below or contact him on Twitter. Coming in at base number 3, we have a builder that goes by the name King Cam, and his base name is the Base Behemoth, and it cost about 35k plus stone to build. For some reason, I think it might be a little bit cheaper than that, but that's what he told me, so that's what I'm gonna put. This was a very nice and compact small solo base, and I really like that about it. No matter what side of the base you went through, it was always gonna cost 4 walls to get to the main core of the base, and that was really good for the size, so I figured this definitely deserved number 3. He also did a sort of split level type thing going on. The center foundation on this base was raised up half of a wall, and it made for some really cool loot box rooms and stuff like that. We'll see once we get up to the upper part of the base that he has a room or 2 rooms that have 2 boxes in them each that are the height of a half wall. So it's pretty cool. He has like a secret little sandwiched loot room, and I think that would be the best place to keep your main loot at. And if we come up into the base on this level here, you can see that he has these rings going all the way around the base. That way, if a raider does compromise these sides of the base, you can come into this ring and try to fight them off. There's also a loot room here with 4 boxes in them, and you can also access those loot rooms from the inside core, just like you can see here. If you open these doors, you can access the bottom 2 boxes in those rooms. Thought that was a pretty cool thing, but if you come down this ladder hatch, this is what I was talking about here. Really cool. The size of a half wall, or the height of a half wall I should say, loot rooms. That's really cool, and one of them is just to shoot from like that. If we come up onto the defensive area of the base, he has these 2 little boxes here to keep all of your bolts, long range scopes, and meds in for all of your roof camping needs. Very nice design, man. I'm really glad that you submitted this. Hope to see you submit some more in the future, and good job, man. The second best submission that I was given is a base from a builder named Taco Tuesday. He is an up-and-coming Rust YouTuber making a base build, so if you guys want to go support a up-and-coming YouTuber, be sure to go check his channel out. I'm going to leave it in the description below. He's got some really cool builds, really creative stuff. If you like my stuff, you'll definitely like his. This is a really good idea, this base here. I really like it, and I would have given it number 1 if the tool cupboard situation was a bit better. You'll see what I'm talking about here. The tool cupboard is on the 2nd floor. He wanted me to mention to you guys that if you build it on a flat area, then you shouldn't really have any problems with the tool cupboard, but to always put the external tool cupboard when building this base. And yeah, I agree with that, but at the same time, it is pretty sketchy having a tool cupboard on the 2nd floor. But then again, if you think about it, most raiders will be looking on the 1st floor for your tool cupboard, so who knows, maybe it could help you out in the long run. I don't know. But anyways, I wouldn't personally want my tool cupboard on the 2nd floor. I would rather just beef it up on the 1st, so that's the main reason why I put this base on the 2nd place. So if we come up onto the roof here, you have a nice loot room actually for the size of the base, and a lot of defensive area. For the size of this base, there's a lot of defense. It's really cool. You have a lot of cover and everything, and you could definitely kill people camping your door or camping outside of your base at all. Really great build. He actually posted a video on how to build this, so go check him out. Make sure you leave a comment on his videos letting him know that DeanCentral sent you. Let's check out spot number 1. The moment you've all been waiting for, base number 1. This base won spot number 1 just because of the footprint alone, guys. This footprint is very nice, it's very well spaced, and I think a raider is going to be going through anywhere from absolute minimum 6 walls to maximum 11 walls to get to your tool cupboard. Depending on how randomly you place it, it could be even more than that. That's why this footprint won this base first place. He may not have done the best work with it on the inside, even though it was still good. I think he could have done a few things a bit better. This footprint was just really nice, and the fact that it doesn't technically have a center is what's going to throw the raiders off. They're going to have to pick, guess, and choose whenever they're looking for loot, looking for your tool cupboard. It's going to be a mess when they're raiding it. It's going to be really difficult, and this base was just all around really nice. It had lots of storage actually, and I think he could have done a few things a bit better. He wanted me to tell you guys that center part where he put the twig. You can put a large furnace in there, but he built his on the water, so he couldn't. Or you could just fill it up with foundations that are absolutely spaced, and they will just act as more honeycomb for that tool cupboard, resulting in even more walls that a raider is going to have to go through. So this is a very good base. I kind of like what he did with the top, the rooftop. It has like a little sniping tower. I thought that was pretty cool. Thank you guys so much for all of your submissions this week. I really appreciate it. I got about 40 of them. Next week is going to be troll bases, so make the funniest bases bases that you possibly can. Strength and looks, none of that matters. As long as it's funny, you'll have a chance of being in the next week's. I will see you guys next week, except for the videos I make until that one. I'll see you in those too, but you know, just wanted to say next week to be cool. And yeah, before this video is over, I want to talk about one of the submissions that I got from a certain somebody that goes by the name of General Sam 123 on this YouTube thing. He threatened to expose me if I didn't give him first place, and if you don't believe me, here you go.
I want first fucking place, alright? You don't do this for me, I'm gonna expose your ass, dude. I got files on top of files, motherfucker. You remember that.
Yeah, there's the proof. Does this guy actually think his base was good?
I've never seen quite that display of emotion during a Bases of the Week entry. So this one, I feel like it's in the bag for me. Look at the top of his head. Look at his lips.
So some of you guys might have thought he was just joking, Dean. Don't worry about it. He's not running your channel.
I don't run Dean's channel.
Well, you think just because he said that, he isn't trying to run my channel? He threatened to expose me if I didn't give him first place. He did this in private, actually, before he did it on the video. And I told him I wanted it to be fair and square, you know? I wanted to do it the real way, and I wasn't gonna do that. And if you don't believe me, I can show you the leaked footage right here.
Give this first place because this is my place.
And I told him I wanted to do it all fair and square, and this is what he said.
Big fucking idiot!
So yeah, he called me an idiot. He called me a big fucking idiot. No lie. This is no scam. This is completely real. He called me a big fucking idiot because I didn't want to give him first place. So you know what, Sam? I just want to say, go ahead and expose me. I don't care. But also, your base was pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. You made some pretty valid points. I'm not gonna state any, but you know, you made some pretty valid points. You had a pretty nice painting on the wall of Pop-Tart. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty realistic. For a second there, I thought you somehow got a Pop-Tart mod and hung one on your wall, but then you explained that it was just a painting, so, you know, I was pretty fooled after that. But I'm not giving you first place, Sam. You don't own my channel.